Okay, YouTubers, day and a half, a good day and a half, or maybe a good strong day. And I've finished all my electrical wiring, and I've got the lights functioning now. So before I had stopped right here at the bar lights and the hallway lights, which are on the three-way switches. So now I've got my three-way switch, and I don't have enough light bulbs, but you can see I got my switch there, and then the switch will turn it off. Pretty. Over here, which is the home theater, again we got on, and over here we got off. Single switch here in the what's going to be the home gym, and I put a switch in the closet, so we got a light in the sump pump closet. Also just finished putting up a little patch up there where the old HVAC run used to go. Just a little liquid nails and a 3/4 inch panel. All the wiring, I roughed in everything, all the wiring to all the lights is done. You've got your Romax connectors. Here's the bathroom. Again, I got 3 lights. So I got one there above what's going to be above the vanity. There's nothing there yet. I got one here, and I got one that's above the tub. And I've got a fan. So the fan, I'll turn it off here so that it doesn't drown out my talking. You can see there I ran a 3-inch flex tube up. Can't see back there, but cut a 4-inch hole all the way through to the outside. Put in one of the vents with a nest guard so birds and critters don't get in there. Use the HVAC aluminum tape to tape that up. Does kind of a little S-bend and right around and into the fan. So works great. Just had to power through it with my drill. So let me show you what I've done over here when I hooked up the home runs. And I'll actually, maybe if I find a screwdriver, yeah. Okay, so this is the, actually let me turn on this light. Doesn't give a lot, but every little bit helps. So this was the main panel here. That was here by default. There was one run in here labeled basement lights down here on this little dual breaker. So that's the one that I re-ran, and you can see I kind of didn't go behind. I wish I had, but oh well. So that's the one I re-ran, and it's not in the tapes. These are all my new feeds. So I've got 1, 2, you can put 2 per staple thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new breakers. So I put this up, fired this up, put liquid nails behind it, taped these all up with zip ties real nice, and then ran them real nice coming down. Within the box here, this is my main that runs across here and goes up to this double one. I have to relabel these yet. These are my 20 amperes on the left hand side, and then my 15 amps, and this one's actually an extra. The 20 amps are all off right now because those are going to the outlets, and you can see those are just bare wires right now, so I wouldn't want to turn those on for obvious reasons. But my lights, I kind of needed to work down here, and there's only 2 light circuits. These are the 14-2 wires, which get 15 amp This one's off because it's just a spare, it's just empty. Let me take this off. I'll show you the inside real quick. I'm gonna have to set this down, so bear with me. Also got to do the low voltage stuff over here, the cable TV and the phone. So I put up another wood panel all within the same box here, and mounted it to the other side out of the way. So, all right, here we go. So I just took off whoop, those two screws and blew my fuses, which is what it should do when you mess up like that. There we go. All right. So got a flip switch in here, and you can see here I had to put in the Romex connectors. That's code. Bring it down, and in a sub panel, unlike the main panel, your grounds and your white commons are separate. In the main panel over here, there may be separate bars for them, but they're actually physically connected. In a sub panel, that's not so. So you can just kind of see here, I just tried to keep it nice and neat, no big deal. This is what I was talking about. Here's the phone wire. I don't know anybody who has a physical phone anymore, but I might use that for running, if I'm going to put wireless internet down here, and I might run a hard code one up to an internet relay on the main floor or on the bedroom floor. So I can utilize those. So I just took the box that they were in, put it in there. And then there's the cable. I just kind of pulled the cable bundle out, tried to detangle it somewhat, but again, I'm not really concerned about that. I took that cable off when I did the white wire's a new home run that I ran to my office, which didn't have a cable connector, and I wanted it to, so I ran an extra cable there. So that's it for this week. I've got to get a couple screws, and then I've got to start doing the fire rating. You can see all these holes that go up through. You've got to take some caulk or foam. You can see the orange foam there that I used previously. The inspector told me he liked the caulk better, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to make the inspector happy, since the price is pretty much identical to the foam. You only have to do those on the vertical that go up through the walls into the space. And then also I'm gonna insulate once the inspector gives me the okay. I'll put the insulation in here. The insulation's all fire rated now, so you'll all be well within code. Should there ever be a fire that breaks out here, it won't spread up through the walls into the other floors as quickly. I think it's like 4 or 6 hours it has to be rated for. But that's it for this week, and hopefully next week, if I quit stepping on things down here, got to do a lot of cleanup here yet, and hopefully next week, yeah, I'm thinking I might call and have my inspection next Friday. So take care. We'll let you know how it goes.